Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clark Hazlett, better known as Adventure Athlete. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to start your own sports YouTube channel in 2019. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clark Hazlett, better known as Adventure Athlete. Before we get started, I want to say thank you guys for all the love and support that you've shown me so far on my channel. If you guys are new, make sure you guys click that subscribe button down in the description below. And make sure you guys stay tuned for this week as I got a lot of fun things planned for my daily uploads. With that said, it's now time to get into today's video. Just gotta take a sip real quick. I'm trying this new almond milk chocolate. It's amazing. But anyways, if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering, okay, what do I gotta do to start my own sports YouTube channel so I can get the opportunity to document my journey as an athlete, whether you're in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, or pro, semi-pro. There's a big opportunity and a big window for athletes to start being able to document their journeys and also just to learn how to brand themselves. So I want to tell you guys a little bit of a story on how I got started with my YouTube channel. Believe me when I say that there's very few creators that have overnight success on YouTube, and there's a lot of work behind the scenes that y'all don't see. So getting on with my story, my freshman year of high school, which was like, 8 or 9 years ago, was when I started getting into making videos. After the fall of my freshman year, when I got the opportunity to start at quarterback as a freshman, I started to make my highlight films that I could start sending out to coaches. So that's when I started to learn the process on how to take clips off of Huddle, put them into iMovie, chop them up. If y'all want to get a chance to see my highlights, comment down below in the description below. Right now I'm in the process of finding all my archive footage, even from way back when I started, I think when I was 5 years old at quarterback playing tackle football. And if I had any advice for any of you guys that are watching this video right now, it would be to do some research on YouTube on the whole editing process and the workflow process on how to make a video. I simply learned how to edit on iMovie just by looking up videos and tutorials on YouTube, and that's kind of when everything all kind of started off for me. This story time is really making me reminisce to my past. It was the good life, the good days. Fast forwarding to my senior year of high school, that was when I really started to fall in love with the video editing process. The whole notion of developing a story and being able to tell it through videos was something that I just really like to do, and that kind of brought out the creative side of me. Where am I going with all this? My advice for you guys is to start learning how to edit videos right now, because in the future it's going to pay off in the long run. Alright guys, so now that you know that the main key is to learn how to start making videos just as soon as you can, the next thing I'm really going to be diving in is to how I started creating YouTube videos. A lot of people that I talk to about starting their own YouTube channel are usually always hesitant because they never know what to start talking about, or they're worried about the quality of content not being where they want it to be. So now I'm going to start running you guys through on how I started to create content as a YouTuber. And specifically for sports, this was kind of a new thing back about 3 years ago when I started dipping my toes in actually creating football content. But now it's starting to become a mainstream thing where everyone wants to show the day in the life of what it's like for them as a college athlete, not only in football, but in all sports. When I first started documenting my football season, I was using a really old GoPro, as you guys can see right here. The GoPro quality was really not the best, but the GoPro was really durable and it allowed me to capture some footage that I might not have been able to in the rain and wind, because here in Oregon, the weather's just, I don't want to talk about it. So after making like 4 or 5 videos, I realized that the quality was not there and I had to step up my game, and I started using my iPhone, which if any of you guys have an iPhone, probably have one, or an Android, you guys know that the quality on your iPhone is really good. If you guys don't have a lot of money right now to get a camera, start documenting on your iPhone. That is the biggest thing that you can do just to get a head start. So after the old GoPro, and after using my iPhone for a little bit, I decided to upgrade to the Canon G7X Mark II, which you guys can see right here. The best thing about this camera is that it has a flip screen, so I was able to see myself while I was also vlogging, and it was also super small and super durable. The one thing I really like the most about the Canon G7X is when you're vlogging with it, you definitely look professional in terms of you look like a YouTuber because you got a vlog camera versus your iPhone. Definitely walking down the street in downtown areas like in Portland, people will notice you if you have a vlog camera versus an iPhone, and they'll want to get a chance to chat with you, and I think that's super cool. That was kind of one thing that I realized was the difference with the Canon G7X versus the iPhone Plus, my football teammates really started to take me seriously, seeing that I actually have a camera instead of just my iPhone that I was documenting my videos with. So, for those of you guys that are ready to take the next step after your iPhone, definitely would recommend the Canon G7X. So as you guys can see, over time, I've slowly upgraded my equipment to be able to increase the quality of content that I've been able to shoot. And it wasn't until this past year that I got the GoPro Hero 5, which you guys can see right here, that I was really able to elevate my game and take it to the next level, because this camera is so stinking small and the quality is still amazing, and it can shoot 4K, and it was durable as well as waterproof. And quite frankly, I beat the heck out of this thing. I was able to take it out on the field. It was rolling around on the turf quite a bit, as well as it definitely fell from the top of my locker in the locker room all the way down to the bottom, and it didn't break. So in terms of being able to document kind of the really nitty gritty behind the scenes, things that are tough to do if you have like a camera or an iPhone, definitely would recommend the GoPro Hero 5. This camera is something I'm still going to be using this upcoming season, because like I said, I'm able to basically bring it anywhere. I can have it in my hand. It's super small and no one can see it. Without this camera, I don't think I would have been able to document as well enough some of the shots and behind the scenes clips that I made for y'all last year. And there's definitely some clips in there that I'll never forget. And lastly, it wasn't until recently, about 6 months ago, I picked up the Panasonic Lumix G7, which I have pop up right here. This camera has been a game changer for me, because it was only about $500, but the quality and the shots that it produces is basically equivalent to what a $2,000 camera can shoot. It also has a flip out screen, which allows you to be able to see what you're shooting and also set up your camera in areas and then be able to shoot and walk and talk while you're shooting. Big shout out to my homie Jacob Grout for recommending me getting this camera. And like I said, for the best price and for the best quality of camera, I definitely would recommend y'all picking this camera up. It's definitely big and bulky. I also purchased the, I believe it was the Rode Mic Pro Plus, which has to be the best microphone out there. Because quality of voice is key in your YouTube videos. So in terms of how to shoot your YouTube videos, you can either start with an old GoPro, your iPhone, the Canon G7X Mark II, the GoPro Hero 5, or the Panasonic Lumix G7. Now that y'all know how to shoot, let's get into some tips and tricks on how to produce a high quality video and elevate your YouTube channel and personal brand. Alright y'all, so lastly, some tips and tricks in regard to how to start your YouTube channel. The biggest thing you guys need to do is start making videos. You're probably thinking, I don't know what video to make, or I don't know how to start. It doesn't matter. Start making a video, whether it's just picking up your camera, going outside and documenting yourself playing a sport that you play, or just talking about how you started playing the sport you play, or just talking about how you fell in love with the sport that you play. There's all these different things that you can talk about that pertain to your sport if you guys are watching this video because you're trying to start a sports YouTube channel. But the most important thing is documenting versus creating. What I mean by that is it's all about documenting your process versus trying to create a viral content style of video. For example, my summer series right now, The Day in the Life of a College Quarterback. I also did this past summer, 2 years ago, called The Day in the Life of a College Football Player. The whole goal was to document my journey, because throughout that process, I started to fall in love with not only just making videos, but the editing process, as well as being able to make daily content for you guys is pushing me as a YouTuber to make sure I wake up every single day and shoot and produce content. So what I've been able to do is use psychology to trick my brain into thinking that if I don't wake up and produce content for all of you guys that are watching, I'm gonna be letting all of you guys down. Because in the end, what starting your own YouTube channel does is there's a couple of benefits. The first one, it increases your public speaking abilities, as well as it makes you more confident as a person to be able to just speak in front of crowds or people. The most awkward thing is whenever you're walking downtown in like a big city and you're vlogging and every person's looking at you. But over time, it becomes so empowering because everyone will be looking at you, but you're just gonna be like, what's up, mother? Because you're gonna be like, what's up? I'm just talking on my YouTube channel and people are looking at me, and every now and then you'll pan and get them on the camera so that they're embarrassed, because sometimes people just stare at you and it's annoying. The second thing is you start to be comfortable being uncomfortable while you're making your YouTube videos. There'll be times where you're probably at the football field or soccer field and there's other people watching you and you're trying to document yourself, putting yourself through some drills, and it could potentially be embarrassing. Or your coach walks by and asks, what the hell are you doing? That happened to me. I'm documenting my journey as a college athlete. That's something that y'all will definitely over time have to get accustomed to, is being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. And the third and final thing, by starting now on your YouTube channel, you will be able to be a role model in 5 to 10 years, depending on how old you are, to the younger generation. And that is what we are lacking so much right now in this world. So if you truly want to make a difference and you really want to help people, by starting your YouTube channel, you'll also realize that this is bigger than you. After now starting my YouTube channel and thinking about why am I still doing what I'm doing, my biggest calling is that I'm trying to be the role model that I never had growing up. Because of my age as a Generation X or Z, no, I forget what I am, but I kind of have the best of both worlds in terms of no electronics, playing outside and being that wild child that I was, to now have an electronic. So I have that balance. And because I didn't have social media growing up, I didn't have many role models to look up to. And now looking back, it's crazy how, you know, people can start following someone and create an authentic connection with them and not even know them, and you can kind of just get a chance to see the behind the scenes on how they do the things that they do in their life and take what they do and then implement it into your own life. So start now. That has to be the biggest tip for you guys. When it comes to tricks, there's a lot of things that I can kind of get into in some future videos in regard to how I edit my videos, how I make my thumbnails. So make sure you guys comment down below if that's something that you guys might be interested in checking out or me making videos about. And with that said, if you guys are actually interested in starting up your own sports YouTube channel, whether it's any sport out there, let me know down in the description below and we can kind of chat more if you have any more specific questions on just the process or how to start or what kind of equipment do I use, because there is some other stuff that I just didn't mention. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. You guys have really been able to help my channel grow over time, and it's been really, really cool just kind of getting a chance to look back yesterday on some old videos that I didn't even remember I shot. And as the fall's coming up, there's gonna be a lot of exciting content that I'm gonna be getting a chance to shoot for you guys. So I'm really looking forward to this upcoming season. Most importantly, I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to help inspire and to push you guys to be the best people you can be. Because as y'all know, I realized that my goal is to be the role model that I never had, but it's also to not chase money, it's to not chase love, it's to not chase success, it's to chase becoming the best version of myself, and hopefully those things will chase me. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Make sure you click subscribe down in the description below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah.